Hello, everybody. I just going down here to check or pick up a bobcat that I saw on camera that was watching trap um, this morning. Saw that it got caught around 7:30, I believe. The day is the day after the last day of deer season. Other than I think there's a youth hunt this coming weekend. It's been an awesome deer season. I have killed all the deer I wanted to kill, killed the 2 bucks I wanted to get, but I was ready to get back to trapping. I really, just started doing it last year and did not take into account how much I would really enjoy doing it. And this is the first bobcat I caught on a set that I specifically made just for a bobcat. I've caught other bobcats in sets that I was trying to catch coons on, and I was trying to catch coyotes, and just kind of randomly they showed up and got in it, and with no intention. But this is the first one I did make just specifically for bobcat, and actually used an old pallet for cubby set in it, a pallet that was already in there. Just an awesome spot. I was getting pictures of, I was actually deer hunting in here, but getting pictures of put the camera for deer, but just noticed, like, man, I was getting a lot of bobcats and a random coyote every now and then. So I have put it's like a thing that I have created. It's nothing new that people use, like cables and stuff to move an animal from the trapping site. I think they typically use it, from what I've understood, they use it for like to hide the animal. If it's on the side of the road, they keep it from other people driving by and stealing whatever. Specifically when fur was really high, somebody would be driving down the road and see a bobcat or a fox bouncing around right beside the road, and then they would get it. And they would use these cables to guide the animal off into a thicket. But so that's nothing new. And but I've heard the downside of it is this cables kink and they wear out. Well, I've kind of created a different method in it to where it should not wear out, and so far it's worked really good. This first bobcat I've caught in one, I've caught a coyote in it, but I have one set that I've caught 2 possums, a house cat, and a red fox yesterday, and it's still my set. Where I bed the trap and all that is pristine. And say I won't use it everywhere. It's takes a little bit of extra time to set up, but once you do set it up, resetting it is very fast because everything is just like you left it. And I say I'll use this in areas to where I do find that perfect spot, because I've done that before. Find just like last year, found a dead tree with a hollowed out spot at the base of it, right where animals traveled. It's like an X in trails, and so it's kind of like a common travel route. But I caught one coon on it, and he just about destroyed the whole area, as far as just about chewed the tree till it was getting ready to fall down. And I've had other spots like that. I'm like, man, this is an awesome area, and I catch one coyote and they've dug the whole place up, and I take an hour to try to recreate it, and it still not look like what it looked like before I did catch that animal. So with this, when I do find those spots, say it's a hollow log, or in this case it's a pallet that's just about rotted to nothing, that just happens to be laying there right by a well-used trail. If I was to catch one raccoon here and him anchored next to that pallet, he would completely destroy it. So with this, I should be able to reset it and reset it and not mess the area up, you know, guide them away from that spot. And you know, and then at the same time they say, you know, I've seen it before how like coyotes avoid a catch circle. Well, you know, and they typically they'll stay back, you know, they'll go around that catch circle by about 10 feet. Well, I've made this right at 10 feet, so when they are walking that 10-foot perimeter around the catch circle, I'm hoping they will be right there in that strike zone of my trap and bait, you know. So the danger they're avoiding, they think they're avoiding, they're really getting closer to right where I need them to be. So go in here and take a look at this thing and get him out here and reset it. I did. There was I think from the disturbance this one was making being caught, you know, maybe it was, I don't know, making, I don't know what they do when they first get caught. It may have been you know, how house cat moans or whatever they do when they get caught. Maybe it was doing that, but it did bring in what looked like a bigger bobcat. So I'm hoping to, you know, reset this thing and catch him tonight, because the cold front's coming in, you know, as this rain and snow's moving out. It's going to be cold all this week, so I got to get some traps in today in anticipation for that north cold wind coming in. Something I did want to show is like, you know, they talk about being a mobile deer hunter. I'm trying to be a mobile trapper, because a lot of places, you know, you can't just put like a box on the back of a four-wheeler and get in there with a four-wheeler, no, or car. You know, not ever good spots right beside a road, but so I have to pack in, and this little bucket holder here, I have to show the link, but there's a guy that makes these and sells them on Amazon, and it just straps around a bucket and comes with this little pouch here. I put my scent and baits in it, and put you know, like some of my tools, whatever. But I just recently got a black trash can. I don't like this white bucket, because then I can, you know, there I'm seen in the woods, but it'll go around just about anything like that. And you can get extra just by this pack, so if you want to put one on the other side, but it's really good for, you know, going into these spots that you have to like hike in. That, and I got this I think it's a Heritage 22 revolver. Thing's only like $150, which you don't need much to, you know, dispatch animals with, and I don't have to be worrying about carrying a rifle. And this thing, you know, I've got like 22 shorts in it, so you know, I can just put it on my belt and walk in, and jacket covers it up, and just something else that just doesn't weigh that much. There he is, or her, I don't know. I can see my little setup didn't work all that great, but it should have been down here. It's where it's been most of the day. See it piled up, but it has made it back, and it has tore up the pallet a little bit, which is not good. So I'm gonna have to do a little more work than I planned on to remake that. Not a very big bobcat, but a pretty bobcat. I think the other one was bigger. So take care of this sucker and remake it and get out of here. Just trying to make a pile of debris, and I'm going off. What I'm going off of is I actually found a kill or a claimed deer from a bobcat a couple of years ago, and I'm just trying to recreate what it looked like, which was what I've seen that bobcats do, just like a mountain lion or anything else is that they don't just chew into an animal like a coyote will. They pull the hair out, so there's a massive hair before they go to chewing on it. And this thing, had it been where it had been eating on this deer, its hindquarters, it was hair everywhere, and then it covered it up with leaves and sticks and everything. So there was leaves and sticks and all that mixed in with a pile of deer hair. So off the deer I've killed, I took the hair, the white belly hair, and trimmed it off, and I've got a bag of it, and I sprinkle that everywhere to draw some attention. Plus I take a squirrel tail as, I guess you would say, something like a little flag. Squirrel I shot yesterday, because they're so close to the trail. The trail's not more than 8 feet behind me. I don't see no reason to put up a major flag hanging in a tree to draw them from a distance, because they're going to be walking by close anyway. So you can see my trap bed is still pretty good. Cover still got the peat moss in it. I'm just going to pile this up and maybe get some more leaves and just make like a debris pile. That stick there to kind of discourage him from going in from that way. Maybe I'll go more straight in. Peat mouse is already in there. Pile of stuff. Like I say, I am not showing nobody what to do here, because I'm learning as I go. Say, this is the first bobcat I've ever caught intentionally targeting a bobcat. So very much a newbie. So I know they say, you know, you can basically have the trap pan showing on a bobcat. They don't care, but I don't want to get in the habit of doing that on any of my sets. I do, but I do quite a bit of guiding for them. I would not do this for a coyote. I did in the beginning, and I see they don't, around here anyway, they don't seem to tolerate that very well. So that's a different view of the finished set. So feel free to tell me what you think, how I could improve it. That's the dumbest thing you've ever seen in your life, whatever. Don't, you know, whatever you feel like saying. But say I'm here to learn how to do this better. And worked on that one, but doesn't mean it's going to work on every one of them. But, see, here's the bobcat. With blood away from it. It's really female. Well, he spotted up pretty. Not the biggest one I've ever caught, but still pretty skin on it. Trying to be not doing it for the fur, but trying to just mostly thin the predators out around here and see how it affects the deer and turkey in this area. If I can see the turkey come back, I know these bobcats supposed to be #1 predator for a hen turkey on the nest. So I've seen a lot more of them this year than I normally do. I'd like to really thin them and coons out and see what a difference it makes around here.